Today we're going to walk through the Oviedo Mall. We're going to show you some of our favorite shops in here. There's a lot of unique stores. And not only that, but there's an arcade, bowling alley, and bar. And we're going to show one of our new favorite spots at an Italian bakery. I feel like this mall doesn't get enough love, although there are some other great malls in Florida, but unfortunately, as you know, a lot closed down. I'm hoping to bring some light and attention to this mall. We're walking in from the north side. They have multiple entrances. This one's next to the sushi place. So straight back that way is the food court. There's also a Regal Theater, which one of these days we'll have to go see a film there. And we are actually headed over to the piano lessons place. There's a Gizmo Productions who has an amazing teacher who teaches all sorts of instruments. So walking this way, I'm going to briefly show there is a Paul Mitchell school that you can get products, and I'm assuming you can also get your hair done in there. And there's a Pokemon trading card. I only had a couple little plushies. Most of it's just card related. There's also more shops that have Pokemon cards if you're into that. And next door there's a sports shop, so there's going to have all kinds of jerseys and autographs from all sorts of athletes. They have some helmets in there too, lots of different apparel and framed jerseys as well. So we're going to go back that way in just a little bit. We stopped over to have the piano lesson, which he is amazing. We come here about once a week and there's always something to check out in the mall, and there's just some really fun shops. So next let's head over to the food court, and there's bathrooms back here. On the left here they have a little cafe. They have Italian food with pizza and pasta. There's a boba spot, which I admit they have some really fun flavors, especially related to Pokemon, but the drinks themselves were really good. I just didn't really care for the boba pearls themselves, the tapioca boba. I've had better. And then they have a feta Mediterranean gourmet and an Asian Express. We had the orange chicken one time and it was pretty good. I didn't want to film people on the other side, but there is a teriyaki Japan and a Turkish spot, as well as a Hershey ice cream. Going this way, there's an iFixit repair shop. There's a jewelry store. I love this bookshop here. It's B. Dalton, which is owned by Barnes & Noble. I'll do a quick walkthrough in a minute, but we're always looking at the graphic novels there and any fun new books. There's a Loft clothing store on the right, and then we're headed over to a GameStop, which you can tell was an old hot topic based on that brick look on the outside. My daughter's always looking for the Sleepy Eevee Evolution plushies, so we go in here just to take a look. But they have Funko Pops, they have collectibles and other toys. Honestly, the physical game selection is kind of small compared to what you would expect from a game store to have. So it's more fun just to see what plushies they have, cups, and little knickknacks and things. And they even sell shirts and hats and backpacks. They have some Pokemon cards. If you're into the Nintendo console, we have reviewed our favorite Nintendo games to play. Right across from this is this art store. Some of it looks like AI, and I really hope it's not. There are some empty stores in the mall. I do hope some things open up. There's this Calendar Toys and Games. I think it's coming because I don't recall that one. There are actually a couple different spas, and then there is a photo studio this way. And then there's a massive shoe store. It looks kind of similar to like a Rack Room shoes if you've been to one of those. There are some people in the mall. It's not particularly busy, but we're also filming on a Tuesday, and we've been on Wednesdays as well. This is a prom dress shop. And back to the shoe store. They're open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. as of right now, and Sundays 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. And it says every month they have some sort of art festival. EVAC over here has everything you need from yoga to meditation, it says on its side. They even have a wedding planning place that you can go to. There's brow art and a performing arts center. They had some summer camps listed there and dance summer camps. And right next to it is a dance academy, and across the way is another empty store. I do want this mall to succeed. It was really sad to see how the Seminole Town Center just kind of fell apart. This store is in much better shape though than the Seminole Town Center. Now, Echo Arts and Gifts here has some really cute things inside, especially if you like anime or Japanese goods. We were still looking for the plushie, but they have all kinds of things inside here, and definitely a lot of anime girls and figurines. They had a small section for for Pokemon. They also have Japanese candies and some cute little plushies. It's worth walking around here because you really don't know what you're going to find. I personally like this mall just because there's a lot of geeky and nerdy stores, so that's a bonus. And they do have some katanas all the way in the back. I do remember seeing a Kingdom Hearts Keyblade too. We had to stop and see the cute Pokemon in the glass there, and of course Kirby. Now Ducky's is a really cool store too. It's got a lot of vintage items, so you're gonna see VHS tapes, vinyl records, DVDs, old school lunch boxes, and plushies. I saw cassettes and CDs too. We just got our record player, so I will definitely be checking back to see what kind of records they have. Let us know if you collect anything like this too, or you grew up on these kind of things. I do remember having a portable CD player and it being such a big deal. I felt so cool. Next door is the Versus game. So this is a place you can go and play, I'm guessing, Dungeons and Dragons, and they also sell Pokemon cards. I couldn't believe some of the prices in there for the Pokemon cards. I did see one for around $1,000, somewhere like $300. Thankfully my kids aren't into the cards because I think I would go broke. Maybe that's a good price though, I am not sure. An Oviedo olive oil place, and then right next door is Ultimate Comics, which we did stop in at the time of the recording. They have a buy 3 get 1 free graphic novels, so they have some plushies when you walk in, but I love the options that they have for all the comics and the graphic novels. My kids love the Warrior Cats, and then they had even Powerpuff Girls, which was super fun. They have some Disney options, Adventure Time, Five Nights at Freddy's, lots of Funko Pops, and then more comics in the back. So around the corner they have this Precious jewelry store. They have a churros spot on the right, an optical outlet, and then they have the huge Dillard's back this way. There's also a tailor back this way next to the business suit shop that was something with perfect fit on it. To be honest, I'm surprised Dillard's is still around. There was hardly anyone there, and I know that used to be like one of the staple stores to a mall. Leaving the Dillard's, right next to it's that tailor spot I mentioned, and there's also a nail salon right here too. There's so many little businesses that you can just miss if you don't walk all the way down. And personally, I'd rather support some of these smaller businesses. The churros look like they had some milkshakes too. One of these days we'll have to stop and try. That OTB is closed, unfortunately. They have Banter, which is a jewelry shop, and right here they have Auntie Anne's, a Planet Smoothie, and a cookie place. There's a barber shop. I was trying not to be rude and film people, so that's why it cuts in and out. Passing that olive oil place, we are gonna head back over to the bookshop and then show you what's over at the District, because the District has been around for quite a long time, and it's an arcade that you can go to. You can go bowling. There's all sorts of things there. The other mall I recommend is the Altamont Mall. That one is way bigger and it's 2 floors, so that's another great option to go around and shop and explore. And there is, of course, probably double the amount of stores. If you want to see a tour of that mall, comment down below. I'd be happy to go walk around, show you guys around, and maybe even just have some fun window shopping. The Florida Mall is huge though. That one overwhelms me too much. I may go into one store and then just walk out when I'm done doing what I need to do. The Florida Mall is also in a really bad part of town, and we unfortunately had a scare where they thought someone had a weapon on them. We had to run out of that mall, and that was pretty scary. It ended up being a robbery with fireworks, but someone thought someone was shooting in the mall. So I still have a little bit of PTSD in Orlando from the Florida Mall, but the Oviedo Mall is honestly just so much more chill, more relaxing. I don't feel overwhelmed or scared for my life. This is the bookstore, the B. Dalton, that's owned by Barnes & Noble. Again, it's fun just to walk around and look at all what they have. You can sit over by the magazines. There's a couple of tables and chairs. Our favorite section, the graphic novels, and then they even have a Lego section too. And there's also a Starbucks inside if you want to go get a cup of coffee or matcha or tea. So we're back to the food court and the iFixit place with the Hershey's ice cream to my right, and there are some gumball machines too. I think everyone there was in line for the Teriyaki Japan, so that must be the spot. We gotta go all the way down here just for a couple other things. We're gonna pass that music studio again, but just giving you the inside look for for gifts. They have little plushies and keychains and little collectibles inside here. They were like generic characters instead of copyrighted ones, at least that I saw. There's an orthopedic center, which my daughter said I should go to, thanks. This place called Catalyst, which looks like it helps with children and reading, academics. It says there is a church coming soon, which is very interesting. It says they are not political, which is always super nice. To the right is a custom shop, I'm guessing custom t-shirts and things. And to the left is a pet store. I've only seen it open one time, but they had some puppies in there. I do not know anything else though about that. The pharmacy and a couple shops down here were closed on a Tuesday afternoon, so each of these places are going to have different hours. There's an emergency response, there's a suitcase place, has all sorts of luggage inside, some more gumballs. This wasn't open, but it looks like it has electronic cars. It looks kind of interesting. Slide Labs Drift. There's another nail salon across from the district, and they even have one of those shooting the jelly bead things at you. I forget what those things are called, but they have one of those. We did not have any luck with these gotcha machines. The claw just did not grab. But what I do like about the district is that they have different weekday specials. They are closed Monday, but Tuesdays they have a $20 1-hour arcade card, so you can play as much as you want, and free trivia at 7 p.m. Same arcade price on Wednesdays and Thursdays, it looks like, and then Fridays free bingo and a free pinball tournament. And they also do happy hours from Tuesday to Friday from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. They used to have a special for bowling, so maybe they change it from time to time. We do like the arcade, it's fun, but I will say if you're in Oviedo and you want a good arcade, I would recommend Arcade Monsters, because you're going to be paying $20 for 1 hour here, but Arcade Monsters has a lot more options, multiple rooms, there's 2 stories, and you pay once to play all day. It's like $20 to $25 to play all day instead of 1 hour. So I will link our Arcade Monsters down below. We've toured the 3 different locations in Central Florida, and they are a great arcade. The district is still good if you just want to go for an hour and kill some time. I just think that for the price, you can get a much better deal over at Arcade Monsters. So it just depends how much you want to do or how much time you want to spend. We did score one of these giant bouncy balls, which I think for the credits was kind of ridiculous to play, but my dog got to play around with it for a little bit until she unfortunately popped it. But we love a good arcade. We've covered so many different arcades in Central Florida. There's so many to choose from. And this one does have the VR, which the kids like. And it's also unfortunate because Super Crazy Hot Buys was very popular, I thought, here, but they're actually moving over to Sand Lake. This is one of those places where they dump a bunch of stuff on tables, and each day is a different price for everything. And right now they're getting ready to close, and all they really have are Halloween items, and it's April, almost May. So I'm sure they're just trying to get rid of all their inventory. There's also a huge mural next to this, and they hide all these little chickens. They have like 5 little chickens inside the painting. I think it's just fun to take a look, take some pictures, and look for the hidden chickens. And on that corner where the district ends, they have a kid spot. It looks like a playground. Obviously I can't go inside, but it says it's District Kids. There's also a brewery coming, so that's one thing that's towards the outside of the mall. But one place I wanted to show, I did a YouTube short on this, but it's an Italian market and bakery. It's our second time coming here, and everything we tried has been delicious. This place is usually pretty busy. I mean, it's busy for a reason because it's good, but they have all kinds of cookies inside the bags that are imported either from Italy, or they said some of the cookies come from New York. And they also have a little cafe and some gelato. They even have a gelato cake. And this is one of my favorite spots, the pastry case. So my husband loves their Bavarian cream horn, and I really like their eclairs. We ended up trying some of the cakes as well. The cannoli cake, which was pretty good, and we tried the pistachio cake. But they have so many to choose from, and they do make them there. They make everything in the case. They said just the cookies are imported from New York. And my kids really love those macarons. They even have little cannolis too. And I think for a fair price, they range from $3 to $5 on some some of this stuff, which I think is a good price. And then over here they have some take-home meals, and we just tried a few of these. We really enjoyed the meatballs, and then we also liked the cheese ravioli and the lasagna. We weren't really a fan of the Alfredo sauce, but the meat sauce and marinara are really good. I know they have their own recipe, and they also do subs and sandwiches. My daughter loves the ball of cheese and rice. That's really good. They can heat it up there, or you can take it home and heat it up. In the refrigerated section, they have different cheeses you can buy, different stuffed noodles, or just all sorts of different kinds of noodles. They have a bunch of different wine. They have some desserts in here as well as olives, and they sell their own sauces in like giant tubs. And I noticed inside here they had a caprese salad, which I'd like to try sometime. That looks good. Those meatballs though were so delicious. I highly recommend getting those. Some of the take-home meals are like $11 to $13, which really isn't bad for a meal. It actually ends up being $2 if you're not a heavy eater. I love a good European market. I love French markets too, and pastries. Comment down below if you've been able to try it here. Click either of these two videos next, the top one being Arcade Monsters Tour in Oviedo, which is a great arcade nearby, and the bottom being 14 different things to do in Orlando besides theme parks. Thank you so much for watching.